Your boy the man NJ to the city with a number two NTO. Let's go. So, because I literally um, not only surfing YouTube, but as I just deleted the actual number three video and I accidentally posted the rant video that I didn't know I was gonna post, and I was thinking, okay, let me review this before I. But only one person viewed it, still within these hours. So by God's grace, he had my back with that one, like he usually does. Um, the thing is, I'm making this one based upon my feminist views. Now, I wouldn't really call myself a traditional feminist by any stretch of the imagination, so please do not confuse me to be. Once again, um, throughout my high school years, definitely over the last three, but definitely, you could even say that the whole five, people knew me definitely as a ladies' man. I definitely get commented and hit up about that. I knew you as a real ladies' man. In high school, of course, I am, and so on and so on. And that's why I actually posted on my Snapchat, and I'll probably use it as a song cover eventually if I even saved it. That said, I have no problem with having a ton of daughters if the good Lord were to bless me to have a ton of daughters, because my number one goal for all young ladies that I encounter is to, God first, teach them how to take godly pride in themselves, literally how to literally love themselves, take godly pride in themselves, and stop looking for society's approval of what beauty is. For them to see God's love and light shining within everything which they God first do and say, so on and so on. And if I were to have a ton of sons, my number one priority for them, if not my top two, top three, is to teach them how to cordially treat girls, cordially treat women, because that's one of the top things that we lack in today's society is generations of young men who have no clue how to treat girls, no way how to treat women. Thus forth, we have all the rap songs that we have with them literally telling you this is how we treat women, and so on and so on. I'm a rapper, singer, songwriter. Music's up and down this channel, vlogs up and down this channel. You know me. If you don't, look at the past content. You'll get to know me, so on and so on. And with that being said, um, I always know who's dropping. I just don't care not to listen to everybody's music, because I know some of these guys, they literally are producing the same trash over and over and over and over again. Possibly wording it differently with other different rhyme schemes, but other than that, it's still the same subjectivity. I never have looked at women as sex objects, never have, never will. I've always wondered to myself over the last couple of years, why did I never fall into that same societal trap as everybody else did, in terms of letting music or pop culture or whatever dictate to me how I viewed women or how I viewed people. I guess I was always just more spiritually smarter than that, personally. And true enough, if I have a lot of daughters, that's my number one goal for them, is to teach them how to take godly pride in themselves and stop looking for society to define what beauty is, or self-wealth, self-worth. I understand inclusivity, you want to be represented, I understand all that, but again, it has to be represented godly in the right images, in the right ways. Not all the representation that they keep on trying to push in the, so on and so on, is good or positive. Sometimes it's very destructive, and I say destructive, very negatively destructive, and it will definitely rip your soul out. And there you say, if you fall too deep in it, it will feel like you will never get back, and so on. My feminist views is very much the fact being, as I tell girls all the time, as long as your traditional, um, as long as your traditional roles are fulfilled. The same thing with men. As long as your traditional roles are filled of how you're supposed to take care of your family and build your family and grow your family and etc. As long as your traditional roles are fulfilled, then you can go out there and do whatever in God's name you godly want to do. Whether it's build a business, whether it is just whatever in God's name it is that you godly want to do, as long as your traditional roles are fulfilled. And I think that's definitely what God probably wants more people to understand. Women are insanely powerful, or insanely talented, or insanely creative. As I've, written songs that you guys haven't even heard yet, for girl power and women's empowerment, because I'm a huge advocate for that, and or both of those, if you were to put them in two separate categories. And you can also obviously see my song over there titled Support Women. That's off of my other Face of the Franchise album that's yet to be fully completed. Um, that's what this life is for me, you know. I support women, I encourage women, I want to empower women, and that's what I continuously do all the time. You know, with all the girls that I know, past, present, and future, from all age groups, that's what I want to do. I want them to know that they can godly grow up to do whatever it is they God first want to do, and make God proud of them, make their families proud of them, and so on and so on. I'm naturally proud of everybody, so I mean, you don't gotta prove nothing to me for the most part. But that's what I want all these young ladies to understand is that stop looking for society to show you what beauty is. Stop looking for society to justify what it is to be a woman, what it is to be, you know, a tween girl or whatever the case might be. Look to God for all that guidance. Look to God to show you what you need to do, where you need to go. Lead with God. You know, that's what you need to do. Because I'm telling you, as I've said before on my Snapchat, if you're looking for society to justify all these means and odds for you, I'm telling you, you will find yourself lost, more lost than what you could ever be. Stop letting society tell you what's cool, what's popular, and trendy. Live your own life, you know, truly live your own life and godly define it for yourself about what beauty is, what attraction is, what godly attraction, um, you know, what skill is, talent is, perspective. You name how many different terms I can use there. Lead your life with God. Lead your life with God. That's not just for the ladies, that's for the men, powerfully for you. Lead your life with God. When you do that, you'll find yourself so much more happier, so much more cleaner, so much more crafty and creative. I'm telling you, not everybody's meant to do the same things, but I'm telling you, with whatever you feel like God is leading you to do, I'm telling you, when you put God first, when you know, keep the commandments amongst so many other things, I'm telling you, you're going to understand higher morals, higher purpose, and accomplish your destiny each and every day of which you continuously live on this earth and so on. But yeah, back to that basic. As long as you fulfill your traditional roles, male and female, as long as as long as you fulfill those traditional roles within your relationships, I'm telling you, you can God first do whatever it is that you God first want to do, and I'm telling you, God will look, you know, up on that. He will absolutely smile on you for that because you didn't just neglect the traditionals of how to mold, raise, build, and etc. You know, for all this other stuff that was never fulfilling, and you obviously saw it was a waste of time. You know, and the thing that mistakes that people go in is spending way too much time on those things. So once again, as long as you lead with God, you build your foundation on your traditional roles, and then after that, if you find whatever free time you get, you know, pick up all these other side hobbies, do whatever else you want to do, run businesses. I mean, you know, be an engineer, whatever it is, you know, whatever it is you want, and that could even be your yeah, you know, your career, you know, with being an engineer. You know, so many other things I can name there, but I'm pretty sure everybody understands what I'm saying. You know, as long as you accomplish it, or say, as long as you build your family's foundation on the traditional roles, whatever else free time you find here and there to do something else that you feel like you godly want to do, you've been godly called to do, and or just interested in, do it, run it, go for it. Trust me, that is how you should build your family life. That's how you should build it. Now, if anybody asks you, Nate, what do you know about building a family life? I'm telling you this, even at my young age, I can assure you, young 20s, by the way, I can assure you, God is good for better and for worse. God has gifted me with a lot of wisdom, a lot of guidance, a lot of real stuff, and just God is forever good, forever real, forever nice, you know, forever nice. Nice guy, Jesus. God is real. God knows what's up, and I just want to share with you my feminist views. I'm not your traditional feminist by any stretch of the imagination, but I absolutely understand where God is coming from and where He wants us to go with how to, you know, go out there and do more with our lives, but still stay true to who we are and who He created us to be. That's exactly what this whole thing is with me and, you know, the views I have and perspectives that I share with people. Quite God, honestly, and so on. So, I mean, I hope what I just said had some meaning and some value to anybody and everybody out there that might, you know, be confused about where to go in life and so on and so on. Again, love everybody, love supporting women, Let's continuously learn, better, and grow together in Christ's name. God, first ones to understand your boy, man. NJ to the city, out.